Okay, we are live. We are live, and I just want to put this out there. It's me, your ghost with the most, Zevious86, and I would like to extend an invitation to all of you people out there to check out my YouTube channel, The Retro Gaming Dojo, and all of the adjoining social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can find me on there. Search up that The Retro Gaming, one word, Dojo on those platforms. I talk about wrestling. I play a lot of cool ass music, and of course, the main dish of the channel, we live stream video games. So come through, come hang out, come chill, listen to some dope beats, and I'll see y'all there. Look at that bad chick real quick. Anyway, go ahead, bro.
What's up, world? It's your boy Dez, and I'm out. I'm free, like a bird,
Yes, sir.
like Leonard Skinner.
Free birds. Yes, yes.
Right? You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna elaborate more on that later on in the episode.
Free falling, no more.
Man, my body hurt, my leg hurt, my feet hurt, my knees hurt, my neck hurt, my back hurt, my toes hurt. I'm hurt. A lot of stuff happened these past 2 days, and at the same time, not a lot of stuff happened these past couple of days. It's crazy, right? So tonight it's gonna be me again, your boy Dez, your boy with an I. Don't forget the spaces. You can find me on YouTube. We got the Want to Talk About It podcast group on Facebook. We also have the Want to Talk About It podcast, of course, on Spotify if you're listening. Also on Google Podcasts. Still working on the Apple thing. Still working on the Discord thing. We've also got the Want to Talk About It podcast Instagram page. I think we got a clip on there.
Yes, we have a clip on there from an episode a week or two ago.
Yeah, so the discipline episode. I know y'all peeping that. Also have the TikTok going on. Karmic Dez. Some personal artwork and some little clips to be there as well. Then of course still the YouTube. I just loaded up a gardening video about a week ago. I
believe that is the Lawn Warrior, correct?
Yeah, that's the Lawn Warrior on Facebook. So there's a lot of social medias out there actually trying to get everything consolidated and working things out. Oh, got a green screen. So I don't even know what's going to come up with that yet. So just be on the lookout. We got a crazy crew. We got green screens. We got cameras. We got tablets, and we got audio. We got people who doing music. So it's going to be wild these next few years maybe coming down the line. Just look for stuff coming down the pipe here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go ahead and drop your tabs. What you got, Hook?
As I have said on previous episodes, I've consolidated most of my socials, so you can just search up The Retro Gaming, the word, Dojo, The Retro Gaming Dojo on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, Threads. I'm everywhere.
I just downloaded that Threads. Let me see what that's all about.
It's really old ass Twitter right now. There's really not much you can do with it, but okay. It's cool if you don't want to be on Twitter because I know a lot of people wanted to migrate from X. My bad, not Twitter anymore. I'll never get used to saying that shit. A lot of people wanted to migrate from X. Plus, just the kind of rampant negativity on the app, which I'm sure will migrate to Threads eventually because that's how social media works.
Yeah, as it does every other app.
So you can find me on all that stuff, but I would prefer for most people to migrate to the Twitch and YouTube pages because that is where the majority of my content is as far as actual video gaming stuff, which is my main trade. If you just want to see my positive affirmations and stuff, hit me up on IG.
Yeah. Again, with the dudisms. Man, we still got to get that dudism episode in here.
I need to read up more, but I mean, just kind of the general practice and the kind of hints of Taoism that it's based upon. I can kind of go into some stuff.
We can blend that with like the astrology episode I want to do.
Okay, yeah, that'd be cool.
Because for you, I mean, most of y'all weren't there yesterday. But last night I kind of broke down Will's chart and had that boy amazed, and he's not even an astrological believer of any sort, and I had him at the end of the night saying, "Give him the information so he can go look at it himself to see what I was saying."
Definitely,
And
definitely want to get Kim in on that one. She is big into tarot readings and stuff, so
oh, word.
I think that'll be something she'll enjoy.
And see, I don't want to do like the psychic readings, like the future predictions and fortune telling stuff. I just want to, what's your energy like right now? Well, let me know about you. I want to help people find insight into who they are.
Right.
Also including myself. I mean, we talked about that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that'd be cool.
who knows? That may be another venture down the pipe.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool to kind of throw a little bit of the dudism stuff in there.
Yeah.
Inner peace and all that.
Then, so we on current events? Is that what we're doing now?
Yeah.
But let's shout out the rest of the crew real quick.
Okay.
Now here, so I know Mike has the Happy Hungry Munchies TikTok page up and running now.
Okay. All right.
He's also got the I say Happy Hungry Munchies? No.
Yes, you
I mean Heroes, Horrors, Monsters, and
yeah. Heroes, Horrors, Monsters, and Gadgets.
I believe that's what it is.
I believe that is the Instagram page, and I think he has a TikTok for that as well.
Yeah, he's got the TikTok going on that finally. He's got the Happy Hungry Munchies, of course. Then Sotho 254, I think something to that effect.
The old YouTube pages?
It's a lot of stuff.
Okay, so the Sotho webisodes, there's actually 2 of those on YouTube. There's an older one and a newer one. It's all old content, but if you want to see some of the old rap stuff, please check that out. Some funny shit there. A lot of
slapstick,
old funny sticks from the crew. Skits from the crew. We've got even though he's not on the pod, I'm going to go ahead and shout him out because he is my consistent DJ. Those music that I can use for my Twitch channel and YouTube page. S the producer. Please look out for that. Fire beats
hot
on
fire.
YouTube. That is S in brackets, the producer on YouTube. And if you want to look at some of his older content, check out Electric Sound.
Electrack.
Yes. Electrack, TRAKK sound on YouTube as well. Also,
let's not forget SoundCloud. I know he had a SoundCloud.
Yes, he has a SoundCloud for Electric Sound. I don't know if there's one for S the producer yet. I haven't checked.
I have one for the Beat Pop production, and we have Will has the
Incredible Beats.
Incredible Hunt Beats.
Incredible
Beats. Will Hunt Beats and Incredible Beats, I believe, on there.
Yes.
So yeah, we got all those.
I'm gonna go ahead and shout out our other co-host, Kimberly. She has her Serenity's Kiss page, where she makes candles, soaps, and body butters.
And there's a vendor event, I believe, in Heights.
December.
Yeah. I
don't remember if it was in Heights or Felton. I have to check again, but. If you've checked out my Instagram page recently, or her Instagram or Facebook page recently, that stuff has been shared by my personal Instagram and the Retro Gaming Dojo page on Facebook. So if you check any of that stuff out, you'll see the information on the event. She'll be selling her wares and advertising.
Also, we have Rayanne. She runs and operates the Reinvigorate home cleaning services. Here in Central Texas. Yeah, she's booming right now. I see great reviews for when I'm on Facebook all the time. So definitely, if you're needing those services in the area, look her up. Great service, great person. He's got a great team. Got great people working. Oh, let's not forget Kay Jones, the movie star.
Ah, yes, he was just in an independent film recently.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah,
awesome stuff. I didn't check that out.
He's going to be getting a TikTok together, I think, with Chris, and they're supposed to be working on something. So
okay. Also, to go ahead and shout out Chris, aka Spooge. He has content on live.me. If you're on there, he's a consistent streamer on that platform.
Consistent.
So if you just want to chill out and just kind of vibe out, check him out on there.
Oh, let's not also forget Dwayne the Gardening Angel.
Is that what his business is called?
Yeah, he's Gardening Angel, man, taking care of your gardening.
Also in the Killeen, Belton, Simple area, check him out. He does excellent work.
Oh yeah,
gardening, landscaping, things of that nature.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, people. We've got a great team, great people. Also, if you're in Killeen, check out Galaxy Burger.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I rock with the burgers. I rock with the people. Check them out. They help me get paid too. Why not return the favor?
I wish I could shout out Akira. I don't know if he still has his restaurant anymore.
I know he still looks at recipes though. He still whips up some nice stuff.
Yes. I don't believe he has the restaurant anymore though. So.
Yeah, let's go into current events. Be honest with you, me personally, I don't really have anything too current. I've actually I've been in a whammy for the past couple days.
You know, yes, you have. But I would like to ask you your opinions on the James Harden trade to.
I did hear about that before I went down. I don't know any details about the trade.
So Philadelphia was so willing to get rid of Harden because it wasn't just a single star trade. They actually traded pieces that they had to get him to LA. So it wasn't like LA was like, well, you know, we'll give you this and this for Harden because they wanted him there. Obviously, Philly was like, bruh, we'll give you this, and this because it was like a 7-player trade. So like,
drop my shit.
Philly did get a lot of stuff. They got some picks. They got, I think, about 3 players, but Philly sent like 3 or 4 people to the Clippers so they could get Harden out of there, which is insane to think of.
Man, they sent them all to the same team or separate teams? It was like
all to LA, bro. There was just a Philly LA trade.
Man, I did see that it's now gonna be starting. What was it? Paul George, Kawhi, god dang, your boy Russell Westbrook and James Harden starting 4.
That might be interesting. If PG's healthy, Russ has been playing some good ball now that he's kind of away from the Lakers. You know, now that he's away from the Lakers, there's less of that kind of toxic energy from the media surrounding him, and he can just ball out and do what he does. I don't particularly like Westbrook's game for the most part, but I can't deny dude can hoop.
He plays hard as hell.
Yes, he does. I
hate to jock LeBron on that one. That man plays hard as hell.
I want to see what Harden does now that he's in a place where he should be more satisfied with his position. I don't think he's going to get the touches he thinks he's going to get. But we'll see. You know, he's had an over-reliance on just kind of a single aspect of the game. And there have been changes in the rules of the league in recent years, and we've seen his production drop. So it should be interesting how he plays in that system.
There's some people who say the coach. I can't think of his name right now. Who's the coach again?
In the Clippers, I don't remember. There's a coach now.
He played with the Lakers. I can't remember his name. Light skin with the braids. He had the braids when he played with him.
I'll look it up real quick. Just kind of bullshit for a second.
I keep wanting to say Lou, but I know it's not Lou. Ty Lue. That's who it was.
Is it Ty Lue?
Coach Ty Lue. Yep. So Tyronn Lue. So that they said that he should be able to handle coaching James Harden.
He's not a bad coach.
No, he's not a bad coach.
He gets a bad rap for what happened with Bron, but anyone who's seen Bron on any team knows that he pretty much coaches the team. I mean, that's just how it is. You're not really coaching LeBron.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to coach LeBron.
I mean, the dude has an amazing basketball IQ, and he's a superstar. So, I mean, that's just how it goes. But Tyronn Lue is he's a solid coach.
He's going to be a Hall of Fame coach.
I mean, Clippers are not a bad team.
No, when they're all healthy.
Yes. So, if PG can stay healthy and if Kawhi can stay motivated, I think we'll see something decent from them this year.
And they're in the West?
They're in the West. Tough conference. Still a tough conference, man.
Still tough. The West is tough in general. So.
Yes.
I heard Wembanyama's doing great. He had a 36-point night the other night.
Man, if that dude develops his game, which is inevitable in that San Antonio system, he's gonna be a fucking monster. Yeah. I seen some people discussing that on YouTube on a video, and I kind of agree with their opinion. I believe it was on Gilbert Arenas video on his podcast. If that dude can put on some muscle, so he can protect his knees, his joints and shit. He'll be real dangerous because he is extremely tall. So he's gonna have to get some weight on.
I still haven't seen
that way he can bang, not too much, but just a little bit, so he can protect himself.
Well, I haven't seen him play professionally. I've seen him like the G League, sports, and summer league stuff. I haven't seen regular season. Yeah,
and that's why I agree with what people were saying as far as him getting his weight up. Like when you get in the league, not that they have a lot of people banging these days.
but the average guy's got to be like 220.
But definitely, guys are gonna bump and hit you a little bit, so it's gonna happen, and he's gonna be a target. The thing is, he's a very skilled player. He's kind of similar to like Giannis and KD, dudes that are really tall. 80 as well. Dudes that are really tall that can handle the ball well, that can move well on the floor.
They say the only takeaway from his handles is the fact that he's tall. It takes longer for the ball to get back to his hands.
Yeah, but we've seen big men that can have great handles. Durant. If we go back, I know a lot of people kind of rag on Shaq. Shaq had a good handle. Man.
Yeah.
For a guy that size, he could handle the ball really well. He had some moves. He just wasn't like running fucking full court. No. At least later on in his career. Early Shaq could fucking sprint his ass off. So Giannis isn't like a crazy dribbler, but you know
he can position himself well.
Yeah.
And when he jumps, he's pretty much at the goal.
Yeah, he's got some good moves in the post, so he's a good post game. That's kind of as far as what I was thinking. Let me. I actually want to look up something real quick.
I know Tyson Fury.
Ooh, yeah.
Took the W the other night.
He won that match, but from
I heard it wasn't a good looking match though.
No, his opponent got a knockdown.
Francis Ngannou.
His opponent got a knockdown, and I believe I want to say the fourth. Yeah, the fourth. And from what I've heard, when people talk about the match, Tyson just basically outboxed him the rest of the match, which sounds to me that he Lennox Lewis this dude. Stay the hell away from him and just fucking work his ass.
Jab. Work the jab. Work the jab.
Because he was not trying to get knocked the fuck out. From what I saw, Tyson looked pretty fucked up, and old dude did not. A lot of people felt like the ref stole the fucking match from him. I was like, bro, he just stopped boxing. That's all.
I don't think you were there tonight. We were at Mike's house. We were watching there's like a montage of UFC knockouts, right?
Ooh, those are always fun.
They're always fun, but what we noticed, right, is like black guy, white guy. Okay, odds are, hate to say it, the black guy was knocking the white guy out. At least 80% of the time.
It happens a lot.
The only time it really stumped us is like, oh shit, it's a black guy and a black guy. Who you think's gonna take this one, Mike? I don't know. There's a toss up here.
I would say the heavier weight classes, there's gonna be a lot of really, really skilled or powerful black athletes that are in those weight classes. You know, light heavy to heavyweight.
It was the whole gamut.
A lot of fucking Hispanic dudes in the lower weight classes that can fucking bang, or Pacific Islander / Asian guys. But yeah, hey man, we fucking get it in boxing, bro. It's a thing.
It's the aggression, man. It's like even the least when we saw it's like the least aggressive guy was still monstering the most aggressive other guys.
Not that there aren't some amazing white athletes,
because they've got wins. Like I said, 80%. Like I said, 80%. That's rough statistics, and I did the math. 1 match, 2 match, 3 match, 10 matches. Out of 10 matches, 8 black guys beat the white guys. Just saying. Just saying. This is not just random numbers I'm throwing out there. This is numbers I ran watching the video. So, there.
I'm sure there's more highlights than that.
There are more highlights than that, but we watched like an hour of highlights. Right. It was pretty consistent.
It'd be like that.
So, granted, whoever made the highlight reel could have been,
very
biased.
Yeah.
But Francis Ngannou, the guy who's never boxed professionally before in his life, just saying.
Yeah, man. Hopefully he gets a rematch with Fury down the line.
Sorry, to your point, sorry to interject, Jake Paul and Nate Robinson. No one saw that coming. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know when the match was going to happen, but I'll say this. When people talk about the matches, oh, he's an athlete, I'm like, bro, it don't matter, bro. Jake Paul is a trained boxer. Regardless of anything you say, he's a trained boxer.
And here in my respect.
However, I will say this about him. He has not really had many fights against professional boxers.
Yeah.
Fighters? Not boxers. And the fucking what? I think he had the match with Mayweather. It was basically an exhibition.
I say you're an advocate of the sweet science.
Yes, I am. So, like, until I see him fight an actual fucking possibly ranked boxer, I'll give it to him. He's an athlete. He's damn talented.
Yeah. He can box.
But I gotta see him. I gotta see him in the ring with somebody who's fucking doing that for a career to see how he really matches up, man. Because you're just having exhibitions, bro. Against people that don't really box like that. It's not the same. It's not the same. And then the one time I think you fought an athlete that was from a fighting background.
Nate Diaz, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe it was Nate Diaz. It's not like, this guy's a fucking MMA fighter, bro.
Yeah.
It's not the same. Now, Nate Diaz does throw hands.
Yeah.
But again, it's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
I feel you there.
Boxing has different rules. You fucking fight differently. A good example of this is Mayweather versus McGregor.
Yeah.
That exhibition. And
started hammer fisting.
Fucking I saw Stephen A talking about it, and he said he talked to Mayweather about the fight and asked him how he was going to approach it. And he said that Mayweather told him everything he was going to do in that match, round for round, how he was going to beat McGregor. And he described Stephen A described the entire fucking fight. It was amazing. He's like, this is what this man told me word for word, and he did exactly that. There's levels to that kind of shit, and that's in any kind of martial art. There's levels to it. You get somebody who has maybe they have a talent for fighting, but they're not an expert in the style of fighting you do, and you have them follow your rules. Not going to be the same.
If you focus too long on that singular point, then you will lose it. Just as fast as you gained it. Loosely wisdom.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's kind of like
we got to get to the main topic.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Wait, let me
finish this last point, and then we'll get to that. It's kind of like I was saying, there's levels. I just got a comment on a video that I commented on. It was Truth and KG bigging up Scalabrine, the white mamba, and the interviewer is really trying to take digs on him and shit, blah 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 blah, and they are bigging him up, saying how good he is as a player. And my comment was, because someone mentioned this, like, man, good on them not taking this dude's bait and clowning on it for Martinez. They didn't buy into that shit. They just kept bigging him up.
Right.
And then I commented it. I think people forget that pretty much everyone who makes the NBA is an elite basketball player.
Yeah. Top 500 player in the world.
In the fucking world.
To get recruited. Let's put that
exactly.
asterisk on it. To get recruited.
If you can get to that level, you're amongst the best in the world.
Right.
If you can succeed in that level, like Scalabrine has, because it's not like he was just some bum that didn't get minutes. This guy came off the bench consistently for more than 10 years.
Tony Kukoc is a Hall of Fame career six man.
and Scalabrine does have a ring.
It's Manu Ginobili right behind him.
Exactly, and everybody knows both of those guys, Kukoc and Scalabrine is not that good, but Kukoc and fucking Ginobili, monsters on the court. But to my point, Scalabrine is playing college players, and there's that video of him schooling his dudes, and he says, "You're further away from. I'm closer to LeBron than you are to me. These are pretty skilled fucking players, but he plays these guys in the game of 21. They don't score a fucking bucket." And there's this thing like, oh, Scalabrine is unathletic, all this other shit. And it's like, bro, you don't play at that level for 10 years in the NBA without becoming skilled. You may not be the most athletic player, but there's schemes, you know tells, you know psychology, you know things you can do to manipulate a player. There's all kinds of little stuff, eye movements, slight body movements, all this kind of things you can do on the court. It's more than just hooping. A lot of people just don't get that shit, and that applies to any physical fucking activity where there's competition, fighting, sports, all that stuff. There's so much psychology that goes into that, and people forget that. The common man, the layman, forgets that shit.
That's why I don't fight unless I absolutely have to. With that in mind, I'm going to segue that portion into what happened this weekend, my most current events. That's let me know that 5% left. We're going to find a chart here in a moment.
Let me get you. Is that a C right there?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got you. Let me go grab one and you can start getting into that.
So, my Halloween night was interesting, to say the least. Stressful, very stressful. So, it started out nice. I took my baby girl trick or treating with her cousins, my sister's kids. Then I had made plans to go with my baby mother. I don't want to say baby mama. I don't like saying baby mama. My baby mother's with our newborn baby to trick or treat together, right? So we did the trick or treat thing. After trick or treating, she asked me if we could go get some Popeyes, and I was like, okay, let's go get some Popeyes, get everybody something to eat. So we go get everybody to get something to eat. And mind you, the Popeyes is about 30 minutes from where she stays. So we make it to the Popeyes, get something to eat. Then we're heading back. On the way back from getting the Popeyes, sorry folks, I'm trying to plug the charger in here. So on the way back from getting the Popeyes, I get pulled over by Temple Police. Mind you, I had a warrant in Temple for a traffic situation. Yeah, traffic ticket. So so they pulled us over and they seen that there, all the kids in the car and whatnot, and they suggested that there wasn't enough seatbelts. So she explained that we had left all the car seats at her house and that I was just giving her a ride, which I was. And the cops were writing my ticket and they were actually getting ready to take me to jail. So I decided to call my oldest mother to let her know that, hey, I'm getting ready to go to jail. Baby girl's here, so we got to figure this out as soon as possible, right? So me and her trying to figure this out, and my baby mother's getting irritated. She literally asked me, why'd you call her? Right? Like, who wouldn't call the mother of their child if they're about to go to jail and they're the guardian of this child, right? So we're discussing that, and my ex-wife is like, well, just go ahead and let her take Zaya, take the baby girl, and drop her off at home or whatnot. So just that moment, the cops come back with a ticket, and they're telling me, hey, we're going to go ahead and let you go. You need to find somebody basically who could drive this car because her ID wasn't good, apparently. Or actually, we don't know because they said it was emergency they had to go to. Mind you, we just seen like 5 squad cars fly by. So they said they gave me my ticket and let me go, right? So we get back to her house. And we get everybody settled in the house. Everybody's got their food. And I'm like, okay, well, she's almost done eating. I'm going to go ahead and pack her up and get ready to go back home, right? And she's like, well, let me talk to you. I'm like, what do you want to talk about? She's like, well, just come back in here and let me talk to you in the kitchen and whatnot. So I go into the kitchen and I'm talking to her. Actually, before that, I guess what happens, my oldest says something she didn't like about how her son is in her brother, and that's what her mama told her. So that kind of pissed her off, yeah, which I understand, right? But I'm not going to address that here in front of the kids, right? So when we get back to the house after the whole police situation, my ex-wife calls to check up on us or whatnot, and she says, okay, well, apparently while I was in the store using the bathroom after the whole police situation, she had told something to my oldest sister on the phone. So my ex-wife was really wanting us to get out of there, ASAP. And I told her, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, I'm trying to get out of here, right? And she was wondering what me and her were talking about on the phone, and I would not tell her what me and her had discussed because I told, as I was explaining to her, you're just trying to find an argument. You're just trying to start something. And I'm not trying to do that here. When I get home, I will call you and we can discuss this, right? Kind of like when we talked about with the diffusion and stuff, conflict resolution the other day.
Yes,
I'm not
sir.
going to argue with you here in front of the kids. And I'd rather leave and, we discuss this from a distance where we can be, go to our calm separate corners if we need to, right? So nothing gets escalated to that level. She put herself between me and the living room where baby girl was at, so I couldn't get to her without having to go through her. She just kept trying to force me to talk to her. And when I wouldn't, and then she was like, well, give me a hug. And I was like, no, I'm not going to hug you, right? And all this is making her upset. And I'm like, look, I'm about to go. Let me go. And then she was like, well, take care of your daughter. And I was like, you want me to take a newborn, a 6-month-old in my car after you busted out my windows? I have no crib at the house. I don't have no diaper. I don't have none of this stuff ready for her. Right?
Mm-hmm.
She gets upset. Starts pushing me, yelling at me, cussing me, talking about I do everything for my ex-wife, but I do nothing for our baby.
Right.
And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, no, this is all for the kids.
Right. I mean, it shouldn't. I can't speak for her, obviously.
Right.
She feels, from what you're explaining, she feels jaded about the situation.
Yeah.
That you're willing to spend as much time with your daughter, and not take, like you said, your newborn. But as you said yourself, you're currently not in a situation where you even could accommodate her properly.
Right.
And that wouldn't be fair to her. So, and obviously she knows this. Why would she even ask you that? So I don't know what she feels like you have to do to kind of prove that which daughter you love more, or whatever kind of nonsense. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why it seems like she's trying to compete with your your ex-wife, which is ridiculous because, as far as I know, you guys aren't in a relationship. You're not in a relationship with either one of these women outside of having children with them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, bro, there's no competition here.
Right.
I'm trying to take care of my kids the way I should be taking care of my kids.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
So from that point on, she starts to kind of push and poke and prod. She's spitting on me while she's yelling at me and stuff. And, I wipe my face off and I tell her, look, I'm getting up out of here. And so I go out the back door. I'm trying to get around to the front so I can get baby girl and get up out of here. She locks the front door. So I'm like, open the door. Let me get my daughter so we can go. Nothing. So I'm yelling for my daughter outside the house. I hear her say, I'm okay, Daddy. I'm like, no, I'm not playing this game. Right? You're not locking just only my daughter in there. You're locking my ex-wife's daughter in there.
Right.
This child is in no way, no shape, form, blood to you, or kin to you.
At all. That part right there is a complete violation.
Right.
Like,
now, granted, it's my fault that she was in that situation, and I felt fucked up. I still feel fucked up at it.
right.
And I take responsibility for that. So, life happens fast. And my first thought, of course, was to kick this door down, rip this door off the hinge, get my baby girl back.
Right.
But I knew if I do that, I'm going to look like the bad guy.
Yep.
So I got on the phone, called 911. I don't call 911.
Sometimes you gotta call the police. It's kind of like It's kind of like what I remember seeing Shaq say years ago about the police, and also recently on an episode of Drink Champs, uh, him speaking to Nori about the police because Shaq is a sheriff in Florida, and him kind of speaking that because they were talking about recent violence with police officers and stuff, controversies we had in the last year and a half or so,
Right.
With police forces around the U.S. And he was basically kind of saying, there's good and bad cops, and particularly the black community and any kind of minority community, we have to kind of support those good cops. And some people might not want to hear that, and I understand that, but from someone who has worked in the law enforcement field, you have to realize that you're working when you're on the inside of that. You're working for an organization, and there might be corruption or people who are not doing their job properly, and there's only so much you can do as one person. And it's not really the united front that you might think you might get with like all the quote unquote good ones and all versus all the bad ones, because at the end of the day, everyone has their own situations. And just using myself as an example, because I've definitely seen fucked up shit happen.
Man, what did you used to do? Tell them what you used to do. Nah, don't tell them that, but tell them. Yeah,
I don't mind talking about me being a correctional officer, but as far as dealing with people doing fucked up shit, like, yeah, I can call them out on it, and I have. But here's the thing: at the end of the day, I still gotta work with these people, and I still have to trust these people with my life.
Yeah.
Not every criminal or inmate is going to be like, oh, well, he's a good fucking officer. Let me not do anything to him. It doesn't work that way. It's not realistic. I've been attacked at work and absolutely have done nothing to any of the men that have done that shit to me. And it literally was just a situation of, I'm mad at my situation. I'm mad at the organization. The first person I'm going to get. And I've got caught in that. I've got caught in a situation where, well, hey, I'm not trying to get an officer, I'm trying to get an inmate. Well, hell, it's my job to protect his inmates. So I've had to step in and wrestle with a motherfucker because he was just trying to get another inmate. Not because he hated the guy, because he was trying to get shipped off the unit. So he was trying to get a, I forgot the word. He's trying to get disciplinary for an assault so he gets shipped off the unit. So it's literally like, it's just business type of situation.
Right.
It's just that easy. And the same thing for police officers. It literally can be just somebody who don't give a fuck. So people have to take that into account. But
I feel like that's how this person is. Fuck the police. Yeah. It's this person. Right?
And you gotta realize that sometimes. So like, yeah, not all police are there to help you, but some are. But continue, please.
So yeah, I called the police. Mind you, it took about maybe 5-10 minutes to get there, which to me was way too long with my baby girl up in there.
Obviously, you're under duress, so yeah.
So when they finally get there, the cop's like, okay, what's going on? I was like, man, she got my daughter locked up in there, man. It took forever to fucking get here, man. God dang, man. Like, what the fuck I gotta do, right? I'm all kind of distressed and upset and angry and hope mode and bitch at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to you.
Right. Not only that, but you're trying to kind of practice that temperance there in that situation to keep not only your daughter safe, but keep yourself safe.
Yeah.
Because you have to protect yourself in that situation as well.
So he gets he gets that information from me. Then he goes in the house and they close the door. Mind you, the whole time that we were waiting for them to get there, she was opening the door and letting me see her, and then she would slam the door.
Right, taunting.
Yeah. Then apparently, when it was calling my ex-wife from her phone.
Right.
Doing that whole gig. So the cop comes out and was like, okay, well, this is the situation. I heard you got pulled over earlier tonight. You're not supposed to be driving. I'm going to go ahead and bring your daughter out, and we're just going to call it even. Right? And at that point, I'm like, whatever, as long as I get my daughter back, we're fucking cool. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Call it even. So he comes out with my daughter. I'm like, hey, make sure you got my phone and my tablet. No, my tablet, because she like to fucking get tablets and go through fucking information and shit. That's another story. We have to do a part 2 on this one. We have to work this thing retroactively. There was a little Snapchat issue that ended up with me having 2 chicks come to my house late at night. But
oh man, bro, that was a wild story that you told me. Oh
man, crazy.
Especially because that would have been a good night for you.
It would have been. To be continued on that part, but
damn.
So yeah, the daughter comes out, and I'm sitting by my car. The cop's still out there. I decided to take everything out of my pockets and put my jacket on my daughter, and I sit her in the back of the car. And we're waiting there because I've got my people on the way to come pick up baby girl. And almost no sooner as the cop drives off, she comes out with the smallest thing of trash she could find to take to the dumpster. Right? Makes her way over to where I'm at on my car. Starts yapping in my face about how I'm dumb or some shit like that. Not really paying her no mind. And she grabs I'm this part of my fault again. Apparently I left my wallet and my keys and my phone sitting on the trunk after I took them out of my wallet. Or after I took them out of my jacket, right? I should have had them in my pocket. So she grabs my phone and she grabs my wallet and jets to the house. Right? So I had to get my phone back. You know, I never like ran into the house to get my phone. I didn't storm into the house to get my phone. I literally hit the fucking threshold of the house, knowing that if I had came in the house any other way, it would look any other way, right? So I fucked up my knee hitting the threshold of the house too. I'm not gonna lie to you, to make sure I stopped at the threshold of the house, and I stuck my hand in the screen door to make sure, got my fucking fingers, all that shit. Make sure the door didn't get shut on me. And I was like, just give me my phone. She gave my phone. I walked out. I called, and I was getting ready to go. I was feeling for my wallet and realized I don't have my wallet. That's I got on the phone, started calling 911 about my wallet, right? And I realized she had already been on the phone calling 911. So I get off the phone with the cops or whatever, and this chick had been luckily sitting in her car the whole time in the parking lot. And was like, I seen and heard everything. That's bullshit. And I was like, you said right? She was like, yeah, she does that shit to everybody in this park. That's it. She snitches everybody around here. And I was like, I believe it. So the cop pulls up. The same cop that came for the whole kidnapping thing pulls up. Mm-hmm. He gets out the car. He's like, stay right here. I was like, hey man, she stole my wallet, man. I'm glad you're here, man. He's like, hey, stay right here. I gotta go talk to her. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
So as soon as the door opens, she's like, oh, officer, I'm glad to see you. That man, he stayed out there. He snuck up on me while I was going to take out the trash. And I was like, oh my God. So I looked at the chick that was in the car in the complex. It was like, hey, I'm going to need you tonight. You don't call tonight. You know what I'm saying?
I need a witness.
Can I get a witness? People know you're with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and sometimes you need that in them kind of situations. You need that outside neutral party that can attest to the buffoonery that is going on.
Exactly.
Because
unfortunately, from Adam from Eve.
Unfortunately, in those kind of situations, it's your word against hers, and if you don't have that third party, it can end badly. In my own personal experience, I had a situation that didn't need to be a situation. It was before I got my divorce, when me and my ex-wife were separated, and the person she was shacking up with at the time convinced her to call the cops to the house because she had to come get some of her belongings.
To whose house?
My house.
Call the cops to this house? What the
Me and her had talked on the phone earlier that day. She said she needed to get some of her stuff at the house. I'm like, yeah, just come by. Didn't think anything of it. Next thing I know, later on in the afternoon, I get a knock on the door. I'm like, why is she knocking on the door? That's weird. I get up the door. It's a cop standing in front of me. And she's like, behind the cop. I'm like, bro, are you fucking serious?
That game.
So, and I'm looking at the person that she was staying with, and they're nowhere near my house. They're way by the street. I'm like, yeah. Now, me being the person that I am, I'm just kind of thinking, boy, whew, I really could choke the shit out of you, bitch. Because this is fucking foul. Not about my ex-wife, but about the person she was with. Because I know that was her idea.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, yeah, come inside. Officer's like, yeah, da-da-da-da-da. Officer, I have no problem. Let her get what she's going to get. I'm fully going to cooperate. In fact, I'm going to sit right here. We're going to have a conversation. When I sat there, I didn't say nothing to her. She just had this guilty look on her face when she came in. She got her shit. There was another officer with her. Officer I was talking to, female cop, bad as hell. She starts talking to me about the situation. Yeah, da-da-da-da. She told us that she would feel safe with us here. Oh, that's no problem. I don't know why she felt like to call y'all, but hey, I'm going to cooperate. And so since she saw I was being so amenable, she just started talking to me casually. Because I wasn't even paying attention to the ex. Like, I did not care at that point.
Yeah.
She starts talking about the stuff I had in the house. She noticed I had a bunch of bottles on display. Oh, you let your drink on? Yeah, I'll be getting down and shit. So we just had a whole little conversation. Wasn't even talking about the whole situation at all. She leaves. She's like, I appreciate you being so cooperative. Hey, no reason not to be.
That's what I do.
Y'all have a good day.
I maliciously cooperate.
And she called me the next day and apologized for the situation. And the funny thing was, not too much longer after that, she wasn't staying with that person anymore. Mm-hmm. They had a falling out, in fact.
Yep. Stop ruining my life, bitch. No, bitch.
It's just kind of funny how, people you care about will take the word of others. So yeah, if I would have had another party there that wasn't living with me.
Pete, for 9 months, I didn't know what the fuck was going on during the pregnancy.
Yeah.
And the doctor at one point got out. He looked at my ex-wife and was like, hey, you need to listen to him. He knows what he's talking about. You don't even need me. Yeah. I'm just like, fuck you gonna start listening. But same thing with baby mama anyway, man. All this, and that's my thing about the whole, like, overall, the overarching theme of this. Like, you keep saying you want me to be there, but you continue to do things to push me away. And then get mad that I'm not there.
Exactly.
It's a self-repeating cycle.
Exactly.
So, continuing that, after that, the cop comes out, and he's like, all right, put your hands behind your back. I'm like, what? Put my hand behind my back. I put my hands behind my back. He's like, he resisted. I was like, whoa, I'm not resisting. God dang, man, hold on, but why am I being arrested? He's like, you're not being arrested, you're being detained. I was like, being detained for what? No answer. I was like, hold on, man, what? I got the dead leg on. What, come on, what? They got me to the car door. I'm like, man. They're like, come on, get in the car. I'm like, but she got my wallet, though. She stole my wallet, kidnapped my child. Like, what's going on here? We just need you to get in the car, Mr. Easterly. Man. Put one leg in the car. Dead leg like a motherfucker. Like, God. Like, oh, y'all was sitting there. Be careful, it's kind of rough in there. I'm like, I know. Man, I'm in the back seat, right? My baby, though, right? They're like, we'll take care of that. We'll take care of that. I'm like, man, no, y'all not. I'm in the car, about 5 minutes. They come back. You have anybody that can pick up your daughter? Like, you motherfuckers, you supposed to, like, don't tell me you're going to take care of it. And then you got to come back to me to get it taken care of. Wow, man, these cops, that still hasn't been explained to me. No, what they said was, oh, she got a busted lip.
The baby mama, not the daughter, by the way.
So, I'm like, man, I don't know how she got no goddamn busted lip. I ain't much raised my voice at her except when I was outside yelling about my baby girl. So, they find out that my mom and my brother are about 4 minutes away. There's another cop come up. He's talking about, yeah, I'm a backup scene officer. And I know this trick. They're trying to see if you say anything different, whatever. He's like, yeah, I don't know anything about what's going on, man. So just, you update me what's going on, man. I haven't even read your file or nothing. I'm pulling it up now, reading it. I was like, yeah, if you seeing it right now, man, I ain't got nothing violent on my shit, man. Said I do anything like this, man. So I broke the whole story down to him just like I broke down to y'all tonight. And he just sitting in the front seat. He just started shaking his head. Gonna say, well, damn, bro. I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna see what they can do for. I'm gonna see what they're gonna do for you. I'm like, no, man. I know they're about to take me to jail, man. He's like, well, we're about to see. He was like, yeah, I know. So he gets out the car. The arresting officer gets back in the car. Black belt. Hey, man. So, my baby girl, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, your mom and your brother will be here in about 4 minutes. They're down the road. I'm like, so, what's going on with me? He's like, oh, you're going to jail tonight. I ascertained that much already, right? Like, right. But I'm like, I sit back in my seat and like, are they trying to say I hit this woman? Like, they're really going with that. They're like, y'all, I see y'all talking to the lady that was my witness. Why am I going to jail? Right, my baby girl and everything. I mean, I don't want to put her in this, but damn, there's plenty of people, plenty of camera angles.
Right, and that's another thing we actually need to mention, the ring camera. So,
oh yeah, that was the whole setup.
Obviously, she was trying to, as you explained to me, she has a ring camera on her door. It's obvious that she was trying to make him look bad, knowing that there was going to be camera footage. And from what you told me, that whole apartment complex has ring cameras. Mm-hmm. So that actually probably worked out in your favor in the end.
Yeah. Multiple angles.
Yes.
So I'm in the car on the way to the Bell County Justice Complex. And I'm like, so what am I being charged with? He's like, oh, you're being charged with a Class A family violence charge type shit. I'm like, Class A? At least I get to see a judge be out in the morning. It won't be a felony, but damn, Class A? God dang, man, what the fuck going on here, man? I'm like, man, I'm not tripping it too much. I'm like, man, God, I ain't doing nothing to this woman, man. Them statements gonna come through. I'll be out in the morning, right? So we about all the way to the Justice Complex. He get a call, pick up his phone. No? Hey, where'd you leave your keys? The fuck? Y'all frisked me and took all my shit out of my pockets. What do you mean, bro? Y'all took all my stuff, sir. He's like, is that with you guys? No? They're saying it's not with them. Do you have it on you? Motherfucker, do I have them on me? I said, sir, I'd be able to check my pockets if I wasn't in these cuffs. He's like, we can't check that right now. We're going to check that when we get to the station. It was like, what the fuck? He's like, I was like, what's happening to my car? He's like, well, we're trying to get your people to drive your car home, but they don't have the keys. Okay. Right there, we're going to have to insert Dave Chappelle dialogue look.
Right. Jesus.
Confusing, right? Confusing, right? So we get to the Justice Complex.
The Nick Young gift, bro. Just Jesus, man.
We get to the goddamn Justice Complex. He goes to my items. He's like, "Oh, these your keys?" I'm like, yeah, there they go right there. He's like, "Okay." Makes a call. Yeah, we got them. He's like, "We can get your keys there." I'm like, "Okay, whatever, right?" I get out, get booked in. I don't get booked all the way in. They do some like half-ass booking in. What was the first thing that happened? They made me dress all the way out. That whole shit made me feel like I was being damn violated. remove this, do this, do that. Whoa. Why do y'all seem so excited and ready to do your job tonight? The fuck's going on here? That's besides the point. Dude, she did some new way and frisked me around my waist. I was like, whoa, that's new. Right? So, get in the, when I get in there, I'm in the pod. Am I in the pod or the holding cell? Fuck it, let's skip the booking to the charges, right? So we get to, they call my name. I get up there, I sign my paperwork, possessing the stuff. So I'm like, what's my charge? She's like, we don't have a charge for you yet. I'm like, we don't have a charge for me yet. So, like, is the judge gonna give me a charge? She's like, I don't know. We're waiting on the DA right now. They got you on 48-hour felony screening.
That's crazy, man.
I was like, felony? Like, so I'm being charged with a felony? She was like, I don't know. They can make a decision in 5 minutes or they can make a decision in 48 hours. I was like, what? You telling me I can be up here in 48 hours without a charge, without having to be able to see the judge? She was like, yep.
That should be illegal. I don't know much about that whole process. I will say, though, that...
That's what Michael's saying.
Me,
Michael's saying I got kidnapped.
To me, it really sounds like they were fishing for something that could get you on after getting the statements from the scene. They knew you had that warrant, and they were trying to get you charged up on something.
That's what I felt like.
That's what it feels like to me.
I was in the 36 hours.
Yeah.
And change.
With no kind of charges?
No charge, bro.
Crazy.
So, I'm sitting there, man. I met a lot of cool ass people. But it was like maybe 8, 9 other people in there, all the same charge as me. Most everybody from Temple. I'm like, man, Temple working tonight.
Yep. Assault on a family member.
Man. My body hurt. Slept on a bench for 2 nights. A metal bench with no give. I told him I needed ibuprofen because I have this titanium rod in my leg and an old ACL repair. So, you know, my body is not right now.
Right.
Not to mention, I told him I had a broken pinky toe. That when we get you to the back, we can do something for you. I'm like, but y'all supposed to be letting me go or whatnot, man. Can't anybody still make a decision on what the hell is supposed to be going on with me right now? So they start getting packed. And they start bringing more inmates in. I realized, they're about to start moving people around.
Right.
All of a sudden, people are making bail. People are being assigned cells now.
Yeah.
Right? They snatched me up. He's still in. I'm thinking, oh, man, about to see what's going on. Getting ready to go to the back. Getting ready to go to the back, man. Y'all about to release me in like 4 hours. Y'all gotta release me in 4 hours, according to what y'all telling me. He's like, what? He's like, yeah, they got me on felony screening. He said, okay, well, go ahead and, dress out here, and I'll go check up on that felony screening for you. I was like, what the hell going on here, man? So I'm gonna leave it on that point for this one. We got to come back to a part 2. Got like a minute left. We're gonna sign off.
Right.
It's your boy Dez.
It's your boy D Hook. We will be right back.
You wanna continue?
Yeah, man. Let's finish this up, bro.
Bet we'll continue. We'll be right back. We're gonna split you up. Actually, I'm gonna make it a 2-parter. Y'all gonna get the next episode in a few days, and we're gonna continue right here.